Guys, I have made a huge update to my tool, Novelty Hunter. So basically, before it wasn't usable at all. It was too hard to understand what was going on, and it wasn't user friendly at all. So I had to redo all of the UI pretty much, completely revamp it, and let's take a look at how it looks now. So now I think it'll be completely suited for players that want to find interesting ideas in the opening. That's what Novelty Hunter is all about. So it's pretty intuitive, but you just come here, you select the opening where you want to find novelties. For example, let's do a quick demo and put the night orb, for example. Then you select the time period where you want to find the novelties. So for example, maybe I want to find novelties that were played last week or maybe last month. You can play around with this, with the months and the weeks. I'm going to go for last week just to be a bit shorter. You can also drop a custom PGN, which is what we previously had, right? Previously, you could only drop a custom PGN, but I came to realize that that's not very helpful at all. Then I have the color, so which side plays the novelty. Let's say I'm preparing for an upcoming game and I'm playing white against someone, and maybe I want to find a new fresh idea that someone just played this week with white. And then instead of that annoying API key paste that I had before, now I just have OAuth, as someone actually mentioned in the comments. I read them all. And you can just log in to your jbarria.chess account and it does the same thing. So this is just made so that we don't overload the server too much. And then you have some extra options here. I will be adding more in the future and it'll be more customizable, but for the time being, okay, minimum white and black elo. Usually I set this at around 2500 or 2400. Stockfish evaluation. So you can choose whether your moves are going to be evaluated by Stockfish or not before displaying the final interest score. We'll get to what that is in a moment. And the downside is that it takes a bit longer to run. But for example, I will do one run without Stockfish and then one with it, just so you can see. And you can exclude some tournaments. Usually I exclude like Title Tuesdays, Blitz, 3-0, that's like a new thing, and something that's called Speed. And like any tournament that has the word speed in it. Okay, so let's hit analyze. And first it's going to filter by the opening that I chose, and then it's going to find the rare moves. Okay, and it all happened so fast we couldn't even see it. But basically before, it was taking like forever to scan through games. For example, a batch of 700 games, which is roughly the size of the weekly batch that comes from Twig, which is the archive that I use. Was taking like 90 minutes, which is completely absurd. And then my girlfriend Mariana had like a brilliant idea to use concurrency with the API calls, and now it's down to even faster than 3 minutes. Okay, so we can see that we only found two interesting ideas in the night orb this week, and you have all these scores here. You can find more information about this on the docs. Of course, this is an open source project, so you can contribute to it. You can add ideas. You can throw in some stuff and take a look at what I did. But the efficiency score is not basically all that relevant without the computer, because as you can see, it takes in 80% of the computer's eval and 20% of the result score. So currently without the computer, it's only assessing the result score. Of course, the fact that black one is inflating or deflating the score a bit too much. And okay, nothing that crazy, that interesting was found in the night orb. Now let me show you what it looks like if I toggle the computer on. So maybe let's do depth 20, yeah, let's do 20, for example, or maybe 23, just so it takes a bit longer so you can see. So it filters by the opening, then it finds the rare ideas by looking at the jbarria.chess database, and then it's going to scan with the computer. Now, if this is taking too long, for example, I can hit continue, and I can already browse through the games while the computer score is being calculated. And that's what this warning sign is saying. Efficiency score is still being calculated. And you can see now that the first game already finished calculating the computer score. The second one is still doing that. And when it ends, the final interest score and efficiency score are updated. And so in this case, they were updated like this. The scores got a small boost. And I feel like this is completely usable now for players that maybe have an upcoming match and want to find some new, fresh ideas. And I'm even playing a tournament in a couple days, starting just this Saturday, and I'm going to give it a try just to see, if it comes up with interesting stuff. Probably if you want to find more novelties, you can just bump this up maybe to the last month, let's say. It'll take a bit longer to run, but honestly not that much. Let me run it again just to see how fast it is. First it downloads the Twig issues. Yeah, like 15 seconds to filter by the openings. That's really the bulk of the time is going to be filtering by the openings and the computer evaluation, of course. There's no way around that, right? Stockfish just takes time to run. But the part about actually finding the novelties, which is this one, is super fast. And I'm really proud of that. And again, my girlfriend had that idea that really saved the whole thing. So that's really all I had for today, guys. Just a quick video. I'm really excited about this. Oh, also I added this button to export the PGNs. A lot of people ask for that, and it just makes sense. Basically, the biggest changes were to the UI and UX, which is just software engineering jargon for user interface and user experience. So basically, the whole thing is more intuitive, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Again, just a quick video. I'll see you soon with more chess content, namely the Seal of Chess tournament, which is coming up. See you soon. Bye.